Good Tuesday evening, folks. We are coming to you live, and you know what time it is now. That means since we're live, it is time for the N.A.W.A. to bring the action to your screens. It is Tuesday night, and that means it's time for N.A.W.A. Main Event Wrestling. I'm Wink Finkman, the voice of the N.A.W.A. Folks, we've got 7 matches for you tonight. 2 title matches, including our World Heavyweight Championship, which will be on the line in our main event. We've got a lot to go through tonight, folks. 7 big matches, action-packed from start to finish. And our television title match is going to be something to watch, folks. You're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be an N.A.W.A. grudge match. That's right. That means steel cage action for you. And our main event is the first match of its kind here in the N.A.W.A. It is the N.A.W.A. Final Fight match. And what that means, those 2 wrestlers who are in the main event can be pinned anywhere in or outside the building. You can win by pinfall, submission, and by knockout. Folks, will Billy Rush be able to retain his championship tonight as he takes on his bitter rival, Chaos? And making his way out to the ring right now, folks, the superstar himself, Jimmy Carr. And welcome everyone that's in the satellite feed chat tonight. We greatly appreciate you. Of course, our favorite producer is there, the local fangirl 137. Welcome in. And folks, Jimmy Carr been on a bit of a losing streak here recently, and he's going up against a tough opponent tonight, and the man from the Far East, Oni. Referee calls for the bell. Jimmy Carr posturing toward the audience, trying to get them on his side. Obviously not going to work. And Oni hits that rolling thunder kick and barely misses. Jimmy Carr ducks out of the way, and Carr with a go-behind lockup now. And Oni with an arm drag takedown into a headlock. Got the superstar down on the ground, working that neck, putting extreme amounts of torque and pressure into that cervical area of the spine. And now Carr fights his way out of it, goes for a chop, and is blocked by Oni. Oni fighting back. Carr fights back now. Carr with a go behind. Lifts him up. Oh, went for a back body drop, and Oni able to counter out of it, land on his feet. And now got Carr up and shows him how it's done. Back body drop to superstar Jimmy Carr, crashing hard into the mat. And we've got Oni with a big drop kick to the back. Oni went for that elbow. Carr saw it coming, threw a punch of his own and missed. And now Oni on the attack again. Went for a Hurricane Rana. No one was taken down. Right back to his feet, though. And Carr taking advantage of the situation. Locking Oni up, shoving him into the corner. Oh, went for a forearm to the kidney, ate a kick instead. Oni now, head of steam. Oh, went for a drop kick and missed. Oni still on the attack, though. Carr trying to mount some offense, not working. Snap suplex into a cover. Referee's count 1, 2. And superstar Jimmy Carr kicks out at the count of 2. Oni going up to that middle rope and hits the Hurricane Rana. Folks, this gentleman is well versed in many styles of wrestling. Ground wrestling, technical wrestling. He can do striking. He can do high flying. Oni has a little bit of it all and is a dangerous opponent. Now with a go behind is Jimmy Carr. Sends him over. Oni lands on his feet. Reversal from Carr now. Duck down. Big knee to Oni, and Carr laying in those punches on the ground. Big right hands. Now Carr standing Oni back up. Hits the ropes. Drop kick to Oni from superstar Jimmy Carr, once again, who is also a very strong, technically based wrestler. And now Oni coming back. Sends Carr over the top. Carr counters the maneuver, though. Hits him with a kick to the stomach. Got him up. Setting him up for something by the rope. Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes into the top rope. Down goes Oni. And Carr goes to the top rope here. The high-risk territory, folks, as they say. Carr now hits a crossbody, and Oni rolls through. Oni rolls through and has him up. Scoop slam. Oni now hitting the ropes of his own. Big moonsault. Moonsault that might do it. Referees count 1, 2. And Carr able to get the shoulder up at the count of 2. Somehow mustering the energy to kick out of that. And now Oni hits that step over moonsault. Goes for the cover again. 1, 2. And Carr still able to kick out. Oni now maybe setting him something up. He's measuring Carr out. Oh, it hits that green mist. That mist, that poisonous mist to the eyes. And that big kick. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. No, 2.9. Jimmy Carr still able to kick out somehow. Oni starting to get frustrated here. Hits that big forearm. Went for a ripcord lariat. Was countered by Jimmy Carr. And Carr, low blow right in front of the referee. The referee not calling for the bell. What are you doing, ref? A blatant low blow and the referee not calling it. And a shin breaker to Oni now. Carr standing him up. When they go behind goes Jimmy Carr. Eats an elbow from Oni. Oni now locks him up. Got him on the shoulders. Carrying him over to the corner. And a snake eyes into the turnbuckle. Face first goes Jimmy Carr. And now Carr trying to hold on to the ropes. Oni picking him up and slamming him down. Right out of that corner. Goes back first into the mat. And now Oni measuring him out again. Got him up. Sits him on the top rope. And Carr fighting out of it. And another shin breaker from Jimmy Carr. Maybe tried to set him up for that signature figure 4 leg lock that Carr has won matches with before. Big back chop. And another. And Oni now fighting out through him. Got Jimmy Carr over to the ropes. Carr tossed to the outside by Oni. Now Oni hits the ropes. Oh, went for a drop kick and missed. Jimmy Carr saw it coming and moved out of the way. Oni crashed hard to the outside and eats a big back chop. Carr goes for a chop again. Oni went for that forearm. And now Carr counters. Sends Oni into the rail. Carr getting back into the ring trying to beat the referee's count. No, maybe setting up something. Oh, dirty fighting is what he's setting up. He's taking the turnbuckle pad off that top turnbuckle, exposing that bare metal underneath. And these men have got to get back in the ring. Referee count out to 7. 8. Referee telling them get back in or lose. Oni back in. Carr back in. Both men beat the count. And now Jimmy Carr got Oni up again for a third shin breaker. Putting extreme stress and damage on that knee and shin area. And a knee drop to the elbow. And an elbow drop now from Carr. Carr heading over to the corner. Hits that running shoulder tackle in the corner, driving Oni into the turnbuckles. And now that knee across the neck. Trying to choke the life out of Oni is Jimmy Carr. Carr now stomping, standing Oni back up. And an elbow from Oni. Rocks Carr for a moment, but Carr right back on the attack. And again, he goes to the wheelhouse with that shin breaker and going for a cover. Referees count 1, 2, and a 2 count. Oni able to kick out. Folks, this is a technically strong, proficient match here. And Oni hitting that reverse DDT. Oni taking Jimmy Carr down. And now Oni setting up. Going for that rising sun kick. And hits it. That's it. Good night, Irene. Referees count 1, 2, and 3. Your winner, Oni! What a match, folks. Jimmy Carr putting up a more than valiant effort against the man from the Far East, but only just proving too much tonight. Able to take out the superstar with that rising sun kick. There is your winner, the man tonight, folks, Oni. Welcome into the satellite feed, folks. We got some new visitors. We have Cajun Jungle Tiger, Wolf Soldier, and Greedy. Welcome in, folks. Glad to see you here tonight. And this match is a fatal four-way. It is a gauntlet-style match, folks. As you can see the rules, two superstars will start in the ring. When a superstar is eliminated, another one enters. It can occur by pinfall, submission, or DQ, and the match continues until one man is remaining. The winner of this match will get a guaranteed television title shot next week right here on N.A.W.A. Main Event Wrestling. And folks, the very first man out to the ring is the luchador from Mexico, El Rey Dorado. El Rey Dorado has been impressive since debuting here in the N.A.W.A. and trying to line himself up a television title shot, trying to capture some gold. Oh, I'm fine, Wolf. Thank you for asking. Good old Wink Finkman, we're doing great here. And the second man into the ring. Oh, my goodness. We saw him last week, folks, make his debut. This is a massive, massive man. I don't know where he comes from. The only thing I know, it says parts unknown. Folks, say hello to the Eliminator. Will he live up to his name tonight, or will he be eliminated? We're only a couple of moments away from finding out just how bad and tough this man truly is. And again, folks, as always, thank you very much for tuning in. If you like what you see, we do this every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. The Old School Retro Show for N.A.W.A. Main Event Wrestling. And this Thursday, we have a treat for you on our Modern Show. We will be debuting two brand new championship belts to take the place of our legacy titles. And what better way to debut them, folks, than in title matches? We will have the Women's World Championship defended, as well as the N.A.W.A. World Heavyweight Championship defended on Thursday night, folks, as we debut two new titles. And right now, El Rey Dorado taking the fight to the Eliminator, pounding the back of his head into the hard mat. And Eliminator back up, went for a big boot, missed. Dorado missed the drop kick, and now the Eliminator taking control. Eliminator having Dorado up. Dorado sneaks out and hits an elbow to the knee. That's what you got to do with these big men. You have to take away the vertical base, folks. You have to get them down to your level. And now Eliminator, those big right hands, staggering Dorado into the corner now. Dorado fights his way out with a back elbow and overpowering Eliminator into the ropes. Dorado with the upper hand right now, tying the arm up and pulling and stretching at the elbow and the tendons and the joints. And hits a flying DDT. Eliminator rocked as he gets to his feet. Dorado now Slams him face first into the corner. Not sure how much damage that'll do with that mask. But now the Eliminator goes for a roll-up. Referees count 1, 2. And the Eliminator able to kick out. And Dorado eats a big boot from the big man. Dorado on the outside. Big punch from the Eliminator. Eliminator setting him up for something. Dangerous territory out here. No, back first into the outside edge of the ring. The hardest part of the ring where nothing but metal and wood collide with flesh. And now Dorado right in your face, folks, with a Hurricane Rana. Taking down the Eliminator on the outside. And trying to get some offense mounted, but the Eliminator here fighting back. Also attacking the legs of Dorado, potentially limiting his ability to do his high-flying Lucha Libre style. Oh, went for a leg drop, did the Eliminator, and he missed. Dorado went for a basement drop kick and missed. Now Eliminator back on the attack. No, Dorado counters. And Dorado wisely getting back into the ring where it's a little safer. But is anywhere safe when you're fighting a man the size of the Eliminator. Clothesline takes him down. Referees count 1. And Dorado able to kick out at 1. Dorado now locks up the Eliminator. Got him on his feet. He picked the big man up and slams him down. How impressive was that, folks? I continue to be impressed by this man from Mexico. Week in and week out. And Cajun Jungle Tiger, congratulations, sir, on a 7-stream streak. We greatly appreciate your support. And now the Eliminator setting him up. He's got Dorado on his shoulders. Dorado now being walked over to the corner. Snake eyes, face first into the turnbuckle. And now trying for a big boot stomp in the corner, and Dorado fighting his way out of it, slamming the big man down. And a knee strike to the face. The Eliminator right back up. And these gentlemen are about to go to war, folks, in the middle of the ring. They are slinging hands. Flesh and bone making contact with flesh and bone right here, right in the N.A.W.A. arena. And the Eliminator coming out on top with a big forearm smash. Referees count 1, 2, almost a 3 count, folks. Dorado weakly kicking out there. Maybe running out of steam. Time might be running out for the high-flying luchador. And that big leg drop. Tried to hit it earlier, hits it now, and now he's choking the life out of El Rey Dorado. Dorado tries to roll to the outside to catch his breath. Eliminator follows, but Dorado landing offense. Big punches and chops. Got the big man up now and slams him onto the hard part of the canvas again. Dorado mounting an impressive comeback here and takes him out at the knee. Drop kick to the knee. The Eliminator in bad shape. Now sent into the ring steps. Those hard steel steps on the outside. Dorado now, no. Eliminator fighting out. Locks up Dorado. Gonna throw him back into the ring now. Dorado catching his second win. Eliminator shot. Dorado hits that diving DDT again. Can he do it right here, folks? Can he pin the Eliminator and move on in this gauntlet? Dorado going up to the top. Frog splash! Frog splash! Referees count. That might be it. 1, 2. Oh, and a 2 count from the referee. The Eliminator still able to kick out somehow after that serious flurry of offense from El Dorado here. And Dorado, went for a drop kick. Missed it though. Eliminator saw it coming. And now Eliminator drags him over to the side of the ropes. El Rey Dorado fighting his way out. Telling Eliminator, bring it on. Oh, tried for an attack and Eliminator blocked him. And now both hands picking him up and slamming him down. Driving his head right across the ropes, folks. And now maybe going for a cover here. The Eliminator choking the life again out of El Rey Dorado. Absolutely vicious assault here. And now goes for the choke slam. He's got him wrapped around the throat. El Rey Dorado fights out of it and hits a huge clothesline. Clothesline from El Rey Dorado. Dorado showing real heart here, folks, tonight. Going up on the top. Hits that splash. Can he go for the cover, though? Oh, going to make sure. He's going to try it again, folks. He's got to make sure he gets the win on this. Frog splash. Referees count. That might be it. 1, 2, 3. El Rey Dorado weathers the storm and makes it through the first match. Folks, he still has 2 more matches to win if he wants that title shot. And oh no. If you thought the first person was tough, folks, let us introduce you to the Voodoo Master from Haiti, the former Intercontinental Champion himself, Papa Mondo. Mondo making his way down to the ring. Dorado just fought a war, folks. And Mondo, the fresh man here, at a huge advantage. But Dorado immediately countered him into a splash and a kick to the back. Dorado here on the attack. Oh, and Papa Mondo. It's that big body charge. 1, 2, 3. Papa Mondo getting an easy win here, folks. Dorado just too worn out from the previous match. That is not to take away from what he did. And here he is, folks. The winner of this match will be the one who goes on to fight for that television title next week. Right now, making his way down to the ring, the wild man, Gunnar Marshall, been out of action for a couple of weeks, nursing an injury, and he is now back. Papa Mondo greets him with a welcome back punch, but Marshall fighting him back. Big rights and lefts and kicks. And Marshall here really laying in the offense, but Mondo fighting back. Mondo with a go-behind now, stretching those arms out, pulling and stretching at the shoulders, and a headbutt to the back of the neck. Marshall sent to the outside. Papa Mondo lands a big right hand, slings him back into the ring. Gunnar, though, back on his feet. Oh, big knee from Mondo. Mondo now picking the big man up. Snake eyes across the top rope. Marshall in trouble. No, Marshall back to his feet quickly. Big chops. And then back elbow. But Mondo still using the forces of darkness to power through it. Papa Mondo in control now. Went for a Russian leg sweep, and Gunnar fought his way out. Marshall now got him up. Mondo fighting his way out with back elbows. And now Mondo getting attacked again. Marshall again fighting his way back out. Folks, it's reversal after reversal here tonight. Mondo sent it to the ropes, ducked down by Marshall. Marshall went for a maneuver and botched it, missed it. And Papa Mondo hits that super kick. And now Mondo got Marshall up. Scoop slam. Hits the ropes. Big splash. That just might do it. Referees count 1, 2, and 3. Your winner, folks. And now #1 contender to that television championship, Papa Mondo. Absolutely crazy action tonight, folks, and this was only the second match. Can you believe it? We still have 5 more matches to go. Hey, welcome in to the satellite feed tonight. Mystery, we appreciate you, sir. Welcome in. Love to see everyone here. We greatly appreciate you guys. As a matter of fact, to show you how much we appreciate you, tell us what your eFed is if you are a promoter, or if you just maybe are in one and you want to promote it. Tell us what the eFed that you work with the most is. We will go ahead and give you a shout out as well as the eFed, which I know Wolf Soldier is WDWF. We always got to give them a big shout out. Wolves Den Wrestling Federation. Great company to watch, great company to work for if you are a wrestler. Check them out if you have not done so. Who else do we got in here, folks? Anybody else need a shout out? Well, we appreciate you, Wolf. Thank you very much. And, folks, you can see the man walking down to the ring right now. The giant of a man from Greece. That is Colossus. Now, Colossus has had wars with the man that he's wrestling tonight and has come out on the losing end in the majority of those matches, trying to regain a bit of dominance here. He will be taking on the man from the Isle of Tonga, and that is Tonga Lomeli. Ah, yes, we cannot forget the Forsaken Alliance. Glad to have those folks around. Jay is the leader of the Forsaken Wrestling Alliance, folks. If you get a chance, please check him out. Absolutely a paramount person in regards to spreading positivity. Now we see Tonga Lomeli making his way down to the ring. And Lomeli, once again, folks, is just a vicious fighter. I don't even know if you really can qualify him as a wrestler so much as he is a fighter. But he is absolutely a beast in that ring. And we have Nonchalant Nero welcome in. Max Wrestling. Folks, check him out on YouTube at Max Wrestling YT. Nonchalant Hero, N.A.W. We have Cajun Jungle Tiger from the Fit Gym. We appreciate you, folks. Folks, this should be a hoss fight in the truest sense of the word. You've got two gigantic men who are going to be doing damage to each other. And really, folks, I feel bad for the ring. Absolutely nonchalant. We gave you a shout out, N.A.W. 100%. Folks, if you watch our Thursday show, then you know who the Olatunde family is. And that is their home, is N.A.W. We have the Olatunde family who won the tag belts but have yet to claim them, as the Brotherhood has decided to not relinquish the titles. We will get that squared away on Thursday, folks. But as of right now, they are the champs in name and should have the titles. However, Zuri and Zavari Olatunde has their title being held hostage by the previous champs, the Brotherhood, Butcher and Gorilla. We will get that handled on Thursday per the owner of the N.A.W.A. And right now, Tonga Lomeli and Colossus going at it. And we are about to have a brawl in the middle of the ring, folks. Colossus and Tonga Lomeli swinging arms at each other. Those big canned ham hands and tree trunk arms laying in damage. And it's one of those times, folks, that you have one of our dear friends Ahmed's voice echoing in your head. Those words that he says a lot, you love to see it. Well, we absolutely love to see these big men brawl like this. And we are getting a treat, and here they go, hockey fight style in the middle of the ring. Hands flying. Lomeli coming out on top, staggering the big man from Greece, knocking him down. Referees count 1, 2, and a 2 count. Colossus able to kick out at 2. Lomeli trying his best to keep the big man down. And Colossus rolling out of the way, but getting right back up into a clothesline. Lomeli hits that big running lariat. And a savant kick. A savant kick drops the big man from Greece. Referees count 1, 2, and again a 2 count. Colossus back up though. And he's got it. He's got it, that Tongan death grip. That has defeated Colossus before, twice now. Colossus locked in that Tongan death grip. Is it going to be enough tonight? And it is again. Tonga Lomeli taking out the giant of a man with that vicious Tongan death grip. Oh, folks, if you do follow WDWF, or if you don't, but you want some great wrestling action, do not forget this Sunday they have their PLE. The heat is on. Catch them here on Twitch. You will not want to miss it, folks. What time is that going to be so we can tell them the time, please? And time zone. (1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, folks. Good deal. Sunday at 1 p.m. Do not miss WDWS PLE. The heat is on, live from Virginia Beach. And folks, this match here is the true definition of a grudge match. We have the now former television champion, Bubba Joe Hayes, taking on his arch rival, Big Banker Hamilton Sharp, for that belt. Bubba Joe Hayes specifically asked for this match, an N.A.W.A. grudge match, which has to be settled inside a steel cage. The big man from the hills and hollers of Kentucky trying to gain back that television title that he feels was stolen from him by the Big Banker Hamilton Sharp, one of the most reviled men in N.A.W.A. And here he comes. Speak of the scumbag, and he appears. There you go. The Big Banker Hamilton Sharp making his way down to the ring, proudly sporting that television championship that he received last week. Absolutely one of the most hated men in the business, folks. Hamilton Sharp. Ask him what his hobbies are. He'll tell you he loves to shut down elder homes, hospitals, and orphanages. It doesn't get much worse than that, folks. Now, do not let the rich guy facade fool you, folks. Hamilton Sharp is a dangerous individual in that ring. An extremely intelligent man when it comes to ring presence. When it comes to ring psychology and technical wrestling, you are looking at one of the best to ever do it, folks, in Hamilton Sharp. Bubba Joe Hayes, a complete contrast. That man is a brawler through and through, relies on brute strength most of the time, and Sharp starting it off early with a big clothesline, taking down Hayes. But Hayes stands him up and trips him back down. Now Bubba Joe Hayes eats an elbow from Hamilton Sharp. Sharp now trying to get the big man up. No! Hayes countering it into a splash and laying in those stomps right across the face and chest of Hamilton Sharp. And a big splash from Big Bubba. Sharp back to his feet, but Hayes with that Luther-style takedown. Oh, and he's biting him. He's biting him and slamming his head into the mat. Again, showing off exactly what I stated earlier, folks, that brawling background that he brings. And now Sharp trying for some offense, but gets countered with a big knee from Bubba Joe Hayes. And a huge belly-to-belly takes Big Banker Hamilton Sharp down. End of the ropes now goes Sharp. Hayes ducks down. Went for a shoulder tackle and missed. Sharp now with the advantage, sends Hayes into the ropes. Oh, back first into that hard steel cage. Hayes now writhing in pain on the ground. And a stomp to the arm from the Big Banker. Oh my goodness, raking the eyes with the boots. Hamilton Sharp taking every shortcut that he can, trying to get the door open here to escape. And Hayes says, no, you're not that early. Sends him into the corner. Oh, and eats an elbow. Bubba Joe Hayes eating an elbow from Big Banker Hamilton Sharp, and Sharp powers him to the ropes. Now Sharp tying up that arm, stretching at the shoulder and elbow joint. Now Sharp puts him up on the shoulders, walks him over to the corner, and snake eyes face first into that turnbuckle. Hayes in bad shape here and slamming him down, powerbomb out of the corner. Hamilton Sharp looking strong here at the beginning. Big kick to the stomach. And these men are going to brawl it out. Maybe not the best idea that Hamilton Sharp could do. Taking on a man who's known for his brawling like Bubba Joe Hayes. And going back and forth, we have Bubba Joe Hayes and Hamilton Sharp slinging skin and bone and knuckles at each other. And now here we go, hockey fight style, locking it up and throwing hams till one man quits. And Sharp getting the better of the advantage here. Kick to the stomach now, Sharp. Oh my gosh, that spinning pile driver didn't even phase Bubba Joe Hayes, but Hayes eats a big right hand and now fighting out of it into a bulldog. Hayes catching that second wind. Hayes going up now. Is he going to be able to climb the cage? No. Went for an elbow and missed. Sharp now back in the advantage here. Sends Hayes into the ropes. Drop toe hold. Hayes fighting back out. He's got Sharp up and launches him into the ground, slamming him hard into that mat. And now Hayes telling him stand up. Hayes on the second rope here. And hits the flying shoulder tackle. Is that going to be enough to keep him down for Hayes to get out of the cage, folks? All he has to do is climb over the top of the cage and to the outside. If his feet hit the floor, he is the winner of this match and regains that television title. And folks, he might do it. He might do it. Bubba Joe Hayes here in a position to win. Hamilton Sharp trying to climb. Is he going to get there in time? Hayes over the top. Hayes has made it outside, folks, and your new television champion. Sharp just not quite quick enough, and Bubba Joe Hayes regains his television championship. Absolute chaos there, folks. Not the ending that I expected, but the ending that I'm happy to see. And we move on to the fifth match of the night, folks. We are close to our co-main. This match right here, we have the family. Don Mario Lazara and a team member of his choosing from the family will take on one of the most popular tag teams in the N.A.W.A, the Chick Magnets, Mark and Mike Lightning. And there we see the family all together on stage, folks. Rarely will you see them separated. We have in green, the leader of the family, the Don himself, Mario Lazara. As you're looking at it on the right, the man in the green, white, and red trunks, that is the brother of the Don. That is Tony Lazara. That is the mind of the family, folks. Then you have the two enforcers. You have Joey Lazara on the left-hand side of your screen, and right behind him, Christopher Pontarelli. Joey Lazara, the older brother of the Don, very protective of his family, and Pontarelli, an associate from the old neighborhood, as they say, who has been brought in. Folks, you're looking at one of the toughest and most dominant teams in professional wrestling, the family. Welcome in Forsaken War. We've been giving you shout-outs, sir, but we'll give you another one. Welcome into the Forsaken War, owner of the Forsaken Ones Wrestling Alliance, FOWA. That is correct, local fangirl. It is the family, and after a 5-minute entrance, we promise the match will start soon. But folks, I'm not going to be the one to get into the ring and tell the family that they need to hurry. Folks, once again, if you like this action, please look for us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you will find this kind of action right here. We do old school wrestling every Tuesday. It is a throwback to the golden days of wrestling. And then every Thursday we have our modern N.A.W.A. show, which this Thursday, in case you missed it at the beginning of the show, we have 2 brand new belts that we will debut. They will be replacing the legacy titles that are used on both shows. And instead, we will have brand new women's championships and a brand new N.A.W.A. World Heavyweight Championship that will debut on Thursday. And what better way to debut it than in a match? On Thursday night, you will see pay-per-view quality match. We will have the Women's World Champion Blue taking on the young lady who earned her title shot, one of the dominant Olatunde family members, Zaraya. Zaraya Olatunde will be taking on Blue for the Women's World Championship this week. And we will also have a World Heavyweight Championship match. Folks, that's on top of our television title. That's a guaranteed match. Thursday will be a stacked show. It will be pay-per-view quality on a regular night of the week. You can't beat that. Come join us Thursday at 7 p.m. for our modern iteration of N.A.W.A. Main Event Wrestling. But for now, let's kick it into high gear here on this match. We have the Chick Magnets taking on the family. Christopher Pontarelli starting it out. And folks, I'm not going to lie, I can't tell you which brother is which when it comes to Mark or Mike Lightning. So we're going to say that's Mark in the ring and Mike on the outside. Bristol Big TV, welcome into the satellite feed, folks. We greatly appreciate you coming in. Drop your eFed name, sir, if you don't mind, and we'll gladly give you a shout-out. Speaking of shout-outs, let's give a shout-out to our sponsor tonight, Pain Dealer Fight Gear. Folks, check them out on Redbubble.com. Go to Redbubble.com. Type in the name, Pain Dealer Fight Gear. 4 separate words. Check them out. Look for some of the most unique MMA-themed wear on the internet. Maybe grab you a shirt or 2 on the way. Folks, Pain Dealer Fight Gear, world domination is our goal. And right now, Mark Lightning taking it to the Don in the ring with that running bulldog. And now got the Don up. The Don with a go behind. Elbow strike to the knee, taking down Mark Lightning. Mike on the outside reaching in. So y'all help me remember this because I'm probably going to forget. Mark is in yellow, Mike is in green. And now, even in hostile territory, Mark fighting his way through here. Got the Don. Russian leg sweep. Russian leg sweep from Mark Lightning. Oh, went one too many times. Tried to drop a knee and missed. And now the Don with a go behind. Eats an elbow. And now Lightning hits that reverse, I guess, backbreaker on the knee, driving the back of the head into his knee. And now Don Mario Lazara targeting Mike Lightning. And Mike throwing those hands. The Don right back at it. Sends him into the corner. Mike fighting out of the corner now. Went for a maneuver and missed. And the Don hits that big running lariat. And now choking the life out of Mike Lightning. Don Mario Lazara laying in serious offense here, folks. Sends him into the corner. And the Don tags in the big young man. The bull, if you will, Christopher Pontarelli. Pontarelli eats a big hand, though. And now back on the attack is Christopher Pontarelli. Got Lightning up. And Snake Eyes across the top rope drops Mike Lightning to the ground. And the Don back in. Oh, eats a boot from Mike Lightning. The Don on the ground, Mike in charge here. Mike locks him up with a collar and elbow into a go behind, eats a back elbow from the Don. The Don now collar and elbow tie up. Mike fighting his way out with back elbows of his own. And now hits a Hurricane Rana into a cover. Referees count 1, 2. You're not going to put the family away that easy, Mike. Good try, though. And the Don back on his feet, eats a back chop. And the Don now sends him into the corner. Got him locked up. Big forearm to the back. Oh, and Lazara just pounding his face into the turnbuckle, but Lightning fighting out and reversing it, giving the Don a taste of his own medicine. And trying to drag him over to his own corner, but the Don fighting out of it. And sends Lightning crashing back into that foul corner where the family is. Pontarelli tagged in. Lightning hits the ropes. Double shoulder tackle takes down the young man. And now, not realizing that Pontarelli was the legal man, went after the Don. But Pontarelli now taking Mike Lightning down, and Mark back into the ring now with a tag. Pontarelli tried to lift him up, but Mark Lightning fighting his way out. Hits big right hands and elbows here. Oh, went for a running attack, and Pontarelli countered with a jawbreaker. Now setting him up, pile driver. Mark Lightning, half of the Chick Magnets in bad trouble. Pontarelli bringing the Don back into the action now. Folks, it's been in and out for these family members tonight. They are making sure to stay fresh by tagging in frequently. And a big spine buster. That could do it right there. Referees count 1. And Mike Lightning there to break up the count on his brother. Now the Don setting him up. Went for a kick and missed. Got countered. Into an atomic drop. And Mark Lightning with that Russian leg sweep now taking the Don down. And hits that diving knee. That big diving knee right to the face of Don Mario Lazara. Oh, and a reverse atomic drop. That'll hurt. Oh, and one back. Lightning fighting his way out here for his very life at this moment. Lazara sent into the Lightning's friendly corner. He's got him tied up. The Don fights out. Mark Lightning up on his shoulders now. Again going for a ride for Snake Eyes into the corner face first. Hey, and we do have one of our family in the chat tonight, folks. Ahmed, the Egyptian dude. Welcome in, Ahmed. It is going great. Thank you for stopping in. And again, Bristol Big TV, thank you for coming in. Wolf Soldier, the local fangirl 137, the Forsaken War, Cajun Jungle Tiger, Mystery. We appreciate you folks for coming in. Nonchalant Hero, Max Wrestling. All of you folks, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We greatly appreciate you guys spending time out of your day to come in here with us and watch our show. And right now, the Chick Magnets on top in this match, overpowering the family. And Mark Lightning scoop slam to Christopher Pontarelli, going up to that second rope. Oh my goodness, that rolling power bomb. One, and the Don right there to break it up. And Mark went for a back clothesline and got caught with an elbow. And now Pontarelli sends him again over to that neutral or that friendly corner for the family. Big back chop. And now the Don and Pontarelli laying in double kicks to the stomach. Mark Lightning in trouble here. Mark has got to get over to his brother and tag in Mike. Otherwise, this might be the end of the match right here, folks. Mark with some second wind action there with a spinning back kick. Sends Don Mario Lazara into his friendly corner. Tags his brother in, Mike Lightning in now. Drop toe hold into an elbow drop. The Chick Magnets laying in some teamwork of their own. And now Mike on the outside getting ahead of steam. Drops that knee right across the face of the Don. And slamming the arm down on the outside onto that hard surface. And tornado punch. And now go behind. Don fighting out of it with a back elbow. And we're up to a 6 from the referee's count. The Don slams him into that hard guardrail on the outside. 7. Oh, 8. I'm sorry, 8. 9. He's got to get back in. Is he going to be able to? Oh, almost had it right there. I thought that was over, folks. I thought it was the end. I thought that the Lightning Brothers had lost. Oh, my goodness. Mike Lightning eating it. Pile driver right back to his feet into an arm drag. Is this a last gasp effort, folks, or is this just concentrated heart being shown here? And Mark Lightning back in with Pontarelli. Pontarelli body checking him to the ground. Lightning wisely rolls to the outside to catch his breath. Pontarelli up on the top. Oh, took too long. Went for an elbow and missed. Mark Lightning saw it coming and moved. And now Pontarelli hitting that chop combo that he's known for. And that throat chop right at the end, so vicious. And now Pontarelli going back up to the top. Oh, missed the diving knee. Caught an elbow for his trouble. Mark Lightning now tagging his brother Mike back in. And now a scoop slam. Oh, down to the ground hard. Mike Lightning slammed down on his back. And Pontarelli, no, gets reversed. And now Mike has him in the corner. 1, 2, no, going for those 10 shots in the corner. Only able to get 1. And a running knee to the back. Now Pontarelli, though, reversed again. Mike Lightning trying to throw him into the Don, but the Don able to move out of the way. Pontarelli using his strength, shoving him down. And now collar and elbow tie up, 2 men, lock up again. And now Mike with a float over. Sends him into the Chick Magnets corner. Eats a back elbow. And now Pontarelli's got him up. No! Lightning counters, elbow to the knee. Standing him back up. Oh, goodness, into the corner hard. Goes Mike Lightning, but Mike Lightning fighting his way out. And now Pontarelli reversing him again into the corner again. Folks, this has been a battle and a half. Big drop kick from Mike Lightning going for the cover of the Don. Right back in, though, hits the stomp to break it up. Folks, what an absolute match this has been so far. Crazy action from both teams here. And we got a tag. Mark Lightning back in the match. Pontarelli on the other side. Pontarelli thrown into the corner by Mark. Mark's got him up, scoop slam. Pontarelli able to make the diving tag to the Don. The Don hits a kick. DDT! DDT! Referees count. 1, 2. And Mike Lightning there to break it up, barely. Oh, and the Don went to get a little bit of revenge, tried for a knee, but Mike was just outside. We have had bangers. It has been a great night so far. And now the family double teaming again. Got Mark Lightning into the ropes. Big double shoulder tackle. Pontarelli now the legal man. Lang stomps in. Sends Mark Lightning into the ropes. Ducks down. And that big Wall Street crash. Referees count. 1, 2, 3, your winners, the family. The family, oh, look at that. Show of poor sportsmanship, kicking the brothers out of the ring after they were doing great in that match, folks. Absolute poor sportsmanship, but what can you expect from the family other than that, folks? A win is a win is a win, and they will gloat about it any way they can. And folks, we are at the co-main event. Another grudge match, and this is going to be a tables match here, folks. Once again, another not popular wrestler here in the N.A.W.A. with the fans. He comes to us from England. Welcome to the ring, King Arthur Montgomery. And folks, Arthur Montgomery, a journeyman in this business for many years, started when he was only 16 years old, had to get special permission from his parents to wrestle. And this man has done it all, has seen it all, and is an absolute force in that ring. He can wear you down. He can wrestle you to the ground. He can beat on you. He is a master of all things wrestling, and he will definitely show it in the ring. And folks, once again, thank you guys so much for coming in. We greatly appreciate you. I hope y'all know how much it means to me just to have you folks in here with us. Even if it's just for a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes, the whole show. I am very thankful just to have you here. This was my first time streaming was this year. I have never streamed before. And so to see us grow up to 70 was one of my early goals. We have now hit it for followers, and I just want to say thank you guys very, very much for all of your help in doing so and for your continued support. It means the world to me. And right now, the Intercontinental Champion making his way down to the ring, Muhammad Jones. Folks, the belt is not on the line in this match. This is just straight up fight. This is, I don't like you, you don't like me, let's fight about it. So here we go. We have the King, Arthur Montgomery, taking on the Intercontinental Champion, Muhammad Jones. And let's get it started, folks. The only way to win this match is to drive your opponent through the steel and wood of a table. And look at that, not what I expected. A handshake at the beginning of the match. And Jones and the King. Jones with a Russian leg sweep right away, though, taking the King down. Oh my goodness, slams him down to the ground. Thank you so much, Bristol Big. That means a lot. That really does. Thank you so much. Folks, Muhammad Jones just dominating this match right here at the start, going for a table already, showing how he was able to capture that Intercontinental Championship through strength and will. And now, oh, the King lands some shots now, getting those hard right hands in. Folks, a former bare-knuckle boxer in England as well. The King, not someone to trifle with. Do not let the gimmick fool you. This man is a fighter through and through. Jones with a kick to the stomach, though. Picks up the King, got him up. Oh! No! That power bomb head first onto the ring apron and then slings him right into the outside. And now Jones thrown to the outside near the ring ropes, or excuse me, the ring steps. King telling him to get back inside. And now Jones forced over into the corner. Trying for some offense here was the King, but eating a back elbow from Muhammad Jones. And Jones now backbreaker in the middle of the ring. Jones setting up that table. Oh, and throwing it at his opponent, dropping it right on the head. Jones getting countered here. The King with a kick to the stomach. Goes for a chop, misses. Jones now. Oh, reverse atomic drop. And Muhammad Jones grabbing that table, but the King right there with him. And a kick from Jones into a clothesline. Ducks under. Back body drop. And a big spine buster. Taking down the King. Oh, but the King able to kick back, knocking Jones down. Went for a fist drop and missed by a mile. And eating a clothesline from the IC champ right now. And now Jones setting up that table. He's got it set up, folks. This is dangerous. Another table has been introduced into the ring, folks. And as I always say, remember, just because you introduced it into the match doesn't mean that you're going to be the one to use it, folks. If you bring a weapon into a match, it can easily be turned against you. But right now, Muhammad Jones just laying the offense in on the King, dominating like we haven't seen here before. Usually the King is the one in charge, but tonight, Jones just tearing him apart piece by piece. And now potentially setting him up for the win here. Big back chops. Jones has him staggered against the table. The King, collapsed the table on his way up and fought his way out of that power bomb. That would have been it right there, folks. Sounds good. Sounds good, Jay. And now Jones got him up again, but the King counters and hits that elbow to the back of the knee, collapsing the legs of the Intercontinental Champion. And a big right hand from the King now. And Jones hits that big running clothesline. Oh, the King with a low blow. Dirty, dirty pool there. A low blow from the King, Arthur Montgomery. And now in a position to really do some damage. No! The champ back up into the fight again. Ducks down. Power slam right onto the edge of that table. And now Jones drop kick into the back of the King. And now Jones has him over by the table. He's got him up. No. The King fights out of it. The King's turn now. He's got the champ up. Pile driver. Oh my goodness. Weakening him up to get him through the table now. And the King has him up on his shoulders. This is it, folks. And your winner, the King, Arthur Montgomery. Folks, what a match. The King was behind this match, most of it. Muhammad Jones dominating until right there at the very end. And it's like I've said in the past as well, folks. Doesn't matter who's winning at the beginning or the middle of the match. It's who wins at the end that matters. And your winner tonight, the King, Arthur Montgomery. And folks, we are making our way now to the main event of the evening in a first of its kind match here in the N.A.W.A. This is called the N.A.W.A. Final Fight Match. This is a Falls Count Anywhere match, folks, where pinfalls and submission both count as victories, but so does a knockout. And with the two men that are going to be brawling tonight, a knockout is absolutely possible. They are going for the biggest prize in the N.A.W.A., folks. The N.A.W.A. World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Chaos making his way into the ring, folks. Once a fan favorite here, turned his back on all of his fans and has decided to walk the path of darkness. But one man who swore he would never do that is making his way down to the ring right now, folks. This is your N.A.W.A. World Heavyweight Champion, Billy Rush. This man has held the World Championship since the inception of the N.A.W.A. He has been compared, folks, to the likes of Magnum T.A., Sting, Ric Flair, some of the all-time greats. And his name is now being mentioned in the same group with them. You cannot be mad at that, folks. Billy Rush living up to every bit of the reputation that he has earned. And here we go, folks. There's the prize they're fighting for. The N.A.W.A. World Heavyweight Championship is on the line in this final fight match. Once again, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match. And you have to win either by pin, submission, or knockout. Who's going to win it, folks? Tell us who you think it is in the satellite feed. If you're watching from the satellite feed chat, please let us know who you think will win this match. And a 15-minute time limit has been placed on the match. And here we go. Drop toe hold from Billy Rush right away. Avoids the clothesline from Chaos. And Chaos eats a stomp to the back of the knee. And is now getting his head bashed into the ground by Billy Rush, world champion. Chaos fighting his way back up, though. Big shot to the stomach. And now Rush counters, sends him over the top. Oh, big stomp from Rush. And now Rush tying in that arm bar, trying to make the Chaos tap right now. Chaos fighting his way out a little too early in the match. Rush with that go behind knee takedown with the elbow there. Taking down Chaos, hits a kick to the stomach. Sets him up. And face first into the turnbuckle goes Chaos. Now Billy Rush getting ahead of steam. Oh, eats a boot on his way in. And Chaos now throwing a right hand. Rush fighting back. They're going back and forth in the middle of the ring, folks. We are at it again with another hockey fight. To quote our good friend Ahmed, you love to see it. Oh, and Chaos now dominating the champ. Put the champ right back into it. Big right hand. Goes for the cover. Referee's count. 1, 2, and a 2 count from the referee. And the champion dropping a knee from the second rope right across the challenger's face, telling him to stand up. Oh, Rush eating some back elbows from Chaos. Chaos fighting out now. Got him up. Chaos has got him up. He's got him in that gorilla press slam. There it is, folks. That might be it. Chaos dragging him out to the center of the ring. And hits that big splash. 1, 2, almost a 3. My goodness, you can't get closer than that. Folks, that was T-H-R-E. It was only missing the last E at the end. Rush, though, with a go behind. Sends Chaos over the top rope. Rush. Oh, that stump puller knee jerk there. He did just snatch the knee out of place, trying to tear at the hip with that stump puller. And now Rush in firm control here. And those disrespectful stomps to the side of the face of Chaos. Chaos now sent into the, well, he's sent into the guardrail on the outside. And there it is, folks, that Billy Rush belly to belly. There's your winner, folks, Billy Rush. Taking down Chaos with that huge belly to belly on the outside. And still your world heavyweight champion, folks, Billy Rush. Let's go over our events tonight, folks. Talk about what we saw. In our opening match, we had the man from the Far East, Oni, taking on the superstar Jimmy Carr. Jimmy Carr gave Oni a run for his money tonight, folks, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough, and your winner, Oni. Second match of the night, we had a fatal four-way gauntlet match. The winner of this match is guaranteed a title shot next week for the N.A.W.A. Television Championship. And as you can see on the screen, folks, your winner, Papa Mondo. But let's not forget to shout out El Rey Dorado for his gutsy performance, taking on the Eliminator and beating him, but just not having enough to go on, folks, but putting on one heck of a show. But once again, your winner tonight, Papa Mondo. In match number 3, we saw the Giant from the Isle of Greece take on the man from the Isle of Tonga. And just like the previous 2 matches, folks, it ended with a Tongan death grip from your winner, Tonga Lomeli, slaying the Giant. And in match number 4, we had a steel cage grudge match, folks. Bubba Joe Hayes taking on the television champion Hamilton Sharp. And in just an absolutely amazing turn of events, folks, Hamilton Sharp was right there, but just not fast enough to take Bubba Joe Hayes down from the top of the cage, and getting the win with the escape and the title back. Your new television champion, Bubba Joe Hayes. And match number 5, we had a tag team match. We had Christopher Pontarelli and the Don Mario Lazara from the family taking on Mike and Mark Lightning from the Chick Magnets. Folks, it was back and forth, but surprisingly leaned heavily in favor of the Lightning Brothers. However, it just wasn't enough to overcome the power of the family, and your winners tonight, Don Mario Lazara and Christopher Pontarelli, the family. Match number 6 saw our Intercontinental Champion taking on the King Arthur Montgomery in a grudge match. And folks, let me say, this ended completely the opposite of what I saw happening. I thought that at least twice during this match, Mohammed Jones was going to win. And something odd always happened to the table, but right there at the very end, folks, King Arthur Montgomery able to capitalize with a missed attack and turn it into a victory for himself. Your winner, King Arthur Montgomery. And in our main event, we had the World Heavyweight Champion, Billy Rush, taking on his bitter rival, Chaos. And folks, that match did not last long. This was a final fight match, the first of its kind in the N.A.W.A, where it was falls count anywhere and you could win via pinfall, submission, or KO. And it took one maneuver on the outside to get the win for Billy Rush. Billy hit his signature Billy to belly suplex, and that's all she wrote. Good night, Irene. Chaos was counted out for the 1, 2, 3, and your winner and still champion, Billy Rush. Folks, we thank you greatly for coming in to visit us tonight. We hope that you'll see us again here on Thursday as we have a couple of surprises for you. We have 2 brand new titles that will be debuted on the show on Thursday at 7 p.m. We will have the World Heavyweight Championship and the Women's World Championship that are replacing the legacy titles that we are using now. They will go back into retirement, and we will debut our new titles on Thursday. And what better way to debut the new titles than having title matches? So you will have 3, count them 3 title matches on Thursday's show. We will have the Women's World Championship, we will have the Television Championship, and we will have the N.A.W.A World Heavyweight Championship, all 3 defended on the show to show off the new belts that we have for the World and Women's Championship. Folks, I am the voice of the N.A.W.A, Wink Finkman. We hope that you enjoyed the show tonight, and we look forward to seeing you back here each and every week, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Twitch TV. Find us on twitch.tv/NAWA main event. We'll see you next week, folks. Bye-bye.